What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shouty, and stepping in the building, I got one of my favorite A-Town rappers, legend and icon himself, Young Dro, off in this thing. What's good with it, boss?
What's going on, B.I.?
I mean, Dro, first of all, man, it seems like every time I leave out the house and go to a concert, it's featuring Young Dro out here in these streets.
Yeah.
One Music Fest, Freaknik,
Yeah.
Birthday Bad.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, this man put it on the show. But then also, not only do you put on that show, you go acapella on these folks.
Yeah.
And really give them a show, man. Talk to me about just putting it down for the town and then the love that you receive every time you touch down in the city.
I mean, most of the time, man, when they call me for the show, it almost be like you have to, you feel me, because it's real Atlanta.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And just on top of that, I'm just a good rapper.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what I'm saying, and you know what the energy I might give off, man, at these shows, I really like. That's one of my main things to do is actually give off a good show, like you know what I mean, like, and going acapella is just something like I studied over the years, you know. Like you know, I always used to say like master the craft before you go outside and let somebody hear it. And most of the time when I let people hear it outside, it wasn't a beat. You feel me? So I was really in tune with how I sound without a beat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, Dro, when you jumped off the porch realizing that you wanted to do this music, man, did you know that you was gonna go down a legend doing it, or was it just like, I'm gonna get this thing a shot and whatever the hell happens, happen?
Nah, I pretty much knew I was gonna be something.
Talk to me.
You feel what I'm saying? Because of the people that I studied, you know what I mean? I studied the Pacs and the Biggies and the Nas's and the Raekwons and stuff like that. So it was almost like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's something's gonna come out from that, you know. In Juvenile, like, you know, one thing I asked for, you know, I prayed for was like longevity. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what God granted me with. When
it came to growing up and listening to that music and having them musical inspirations and stuff like that, in them early days with your cast and your goodies, how do you feel like they impacted you as far as the hip hop scene?
When I first heard them, it was like, because I'm a fan of South music, but I really was like, I like lyrics. So when I heard Cass, it was almost like, oh, okay, you can actually do this and you don't have to dance, because I really don't know how to dance like this. So you know what I'm saying. So it was a way out for me, man, because they was actually saying some stuff. You feel me? Because you know I went to the North for the lyrics and like, you know what I mean, to try to figure out what a lyrical rapper was, and I knew I wanted to be lyrical, and when I heard Cass and Good Mob, it was almost like I was blown away. You know what I mean, and to actually see them at JJ's, you know what I'm saying, shooting the video that they shot at JJ's and all that, you feel what I'm saying, and you know, to see Gip riding around. And you know what I mean? You see Gip riding around, and I was like, and I saw him on like a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, and when I kept seeing Gip, I was like, yeah, I can do this. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of people see me around a lot. You feel me? I kind of like got it from, I pick up from, you know, good people. You know what I mean? You know, you can actually touch it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about early on, man, when you saw Kris Kross blow.
Okay.
What was that like when them boys had the whole world jumping and everybody was thinking to themselves, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it was, our mind was blown. Like we was in middle school. You know, we used to walk around Greenbrier. You know what I'm saying? And that's where they had got noticed that. Man, we was at Greenbrier like every day. We was like, where y'all going to go to Greenbrier? We might get on. You know what I'm saying? So we'd be walking around Greenbrier, and then actually, like me and Chris Smith, like he sat in front, and I was like a desk behind. So we was really good friends, you know. And to actually see that, you know what I'm saying? We started rapping. I started wanting to rap then. You know what I mean? And that was in middle school, and being able to, I think like how close it was. That's why it's very important for like celebrities or whatever that kids look up to actually even go back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because if you never go back, they be like, well, I seen him on TV, you know, I seen him over here, but I seen him close up.
Exactly.
And he said something to me like, you know, we was kind of like, it's a moment there that I can't explain. You know what I mean? Like growing up around Chris Smith and being invited to shows and him sending us tickets, you know what I'm saying, to come to his shows and stuff like that. I remember they came to the Fox and all of us got our tickets, me, Corey, Leroy, and we all got our tickets with our name on it. You know what I mean? Went down there and it was unbelievable. You know, these guys with Michael Jackson and stuff like that, you know, then we from Bunch Middle School, you know what I'm saying? So to actually be around that really inspired me, you know.
Talk to me about yourself though, Dro, because you done inspired a whole generation of rappers as well, and then just being able to go back into those hoods, and when you see them young LAs or you see them young artists coming up and stamping them and co-signing them and working with them early on, what was that like for you, passing that baton to the next generation at the same time too?
It was almost like my duty, you know what I mean? I don't think you living right if you don't want nobody else to shine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with you.
Something wrong with you. Like it was almost like reaching back and helping out, or just giving an ear, or promoting it, or just pulling up on people, like showing love. Like I remember pulling up on Young Thug before a lot of stuff had jumped off, and it was just the connection. Yeah, knowing that you're a part of something that you can actually give a hand to, it don't got to be much, but the little bit that you give, can keep the inspiration going in a person to where they can help out entire families and other people's families. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So if you can help out a little bit with that, like, you should be good. Like, and it did a lot for me too.
Hell yeah. I mean, what is it that you think it takes, or what are the qualities that you think somebody got to have to be a star? Because you a star, you done been around a whole bunch of other stars. What are the commonalities between everybody that somebody that's sitting at home watching this can say, you know what, I might be a star too?
It take a concoction of things. Like,
talk to me.
It take a little bit of arrogant.
Yeah.
A little bit, humble.
Yeah.
You got to be determined. Most definitely got to know how to dress.
Come on now.
It's almost like it's almost like a cocktail of things that makes a star. But I think the main ingredient is like being humble. Yeah, because it levels you and it keeps you. You can go far with that. You feel me? That's the most important thing, I think. Like being a humble person, it will actually get you far. And I think like a little bit of everything can help you get there too, you know what I mean? But a people's person, somebody that's well with people, you know what I mean? Somebody that takes direction, you know what I mean? You can stand constructive criticism, but you gotta have the skin of an alligator. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, and if you move our feelings a lot, it ain't really much for you. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to take stuff that you don't want to take, like, you know what I mean? You gotta learn how to accept things that you don't want to accept.
What was that like maneuvering in this industry as an artist and having to be humble? And were there any times that after you got on, were there any times that you felt like this shit wasn't for you, or did you just say, you know what, I love it, this is what I'm gonna die to do?
Yeah, I feel like I was tired, but I didn't feel like it wasn't for me because this is the only thing I know how to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, did I want to stop? Sometimes, yeah. You know what I mean? But not saying it wasn't for me it would be like an insult to me. Yeah. Because I know it's for me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
But like one to give it up sometimes, yeah, because it barges into your personal. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've had to sacrifice my daughter's birthdays, or when my son was born, I had to get on a jet and perform over here, and commitments that you commit to that has nothing to do with your personal life and that you have to follow through with. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right, cool. It's your daughter's birthday, but we didn't go over that when you were signing $1 million contract. So you know what I mean? Yeah, like we didn't. That's not in the clause. You know what I mean? So you have to. So sometimes you like, oh, damn, I wish I could just stop for a second.
Exactly. Go home, goddamn. Exactly.
I wish I could stop for a second and get my affairs in order.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nobody like the world really don't want to hear that
at all.
You know what I mean? They really want you to, when they say show up, you gotta show up.
Facts.
When they say keep this going, you gotta keep it going. You know what I mean? And you have to sacrifice. You know, the sacrifices get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the more we sacrifice, you know, the more we can obtain, but at the same time, we lose a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I did want to stop. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say it wasn't for me, but I did want to press stop sometimes.
Yeah.